Staying with us. Okay. Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 317. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
And Corey Feinside.
There's too many sorcerers.
I didn't get the reference. All right. What I miss?
I don't know. We'll
All right.
find out.
Okay,
We'll
I
find out later.
guess you missed a certain post-credit sequence.
Oh, yeah, yes. All right. Welcome, listeners, to 317. Wow. We have there's a shit ton of news to get through here. We have a little bit of movie news, but you guys want to check out our games cast because all hell broke loose today and last week with BlizzCon and 7 Day. We've got PS4 Pro coming out this week. So check that games cast out if you don't normally do it. It's going to be super filled. This one, we're going to hopefully make this one not an hour long. But we'll see how it goes.
We are missing a member of the team.
And we are missing it. Tony's not here today. So let's just get into the box office real quick then. Let's go. Number one was Doctor Strange, which opened this week, last week. And we saw it. Tony didn't get to see it, unfortunately. But we saw it. We went to the theaters. So guys, let's just kick it off with that. It did 85 million. It beat out Thor 1, Ant-Man, and I think Cap, right? Cap?
Yeah, most of the first generation ones, yeah. So.
Yeah, so it beat out most of that. It is now at 325 million worldwide.
Tony, you?
What?
This is my Tony impression.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course. I mean,
I'm just saying.
It's going to increase. I was just looking at the camera, by the way, Tony. If you're listening or watching, it's gonna do better than the first generation ones for sure.
Yeah, it better.
Yeah. Well, wait, no, not better, Mike. You've said this thing is downward trending.
And it is.
No, it's not. It just beat those originals.
Yeah, the originals. That downward trending from Avengers 2. That was
Whoa,
what I said. That's when it starts going down.
You can't put this up against Avengers 2, man. That's not even right.
No, I know, but all the movies.
I don't know about that. We'll see. I mean, Guardians is not going to be lower than the first Guardians. Everything's going to be higher than it's. I don't see a sequel doing worse at this point.
Like Avengers 2 did.
After Avengers 2, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, this is just building a massive fan base now. So, you have Guardians 2 is going to do better than Guardians 1 did. Can you argue that?
I don't know. We'll see. It'll be close, I bet.
So you're going to argue this.
It's in May, Mike. It's no way it's
I don't care about the time of the year. No one cares
You
about
don't
that
care,
anymore.
but other people do care.
Star Wars proved that doesn't matter anymore.
What?
Well,
it
no,
still
we're talking
matters.
about there are certain months that do not do well for films. And September and August are those.
Because they don't put big movies in those times.
I don't like this glare behind me. Sorry. Sorry, viewers, I'm trying to block the glare. I moved my room around, and I haven't got it really set up yet. So I'm going to leave it.
Did you move your room, or did you readjust the things in your room?
The whole room moved.
Just did a whole...
I Doctor Strange I Doctor Strange the shit out of this room. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Mike. It's not downward trending.
All right, whatever you say. Just like you guys thought this would open over 100 and it didn't.
I said, whoa.
All said it could have definitely
We all
could get there.
said 85 to 87 was what I said millions of times. Go back in Slack and check.
I've definitely said it could get to 100. I thought it could.
Last week you guys are like, oh, this should get to 100.
Whoa. No. No.
That's what you did. Go watch the video. It's there. You guys are like, oh, yeah, 100.
No. I'm going to watch the video. I said it could get to 100. It will probably do 85 to 87 million. I was spot on. Spot on. I have it right here in Slack. I don't know where because we have so much chats going on. I can't bring it up, but I will. So, I have to slow down my computer down and open Slack. This is awesome.
Yeah, anything you do on that machine.
My MacBook is downward trending.
Yeah.
Ugh, anyways.
No, I mean, this one...
I do everything on my phone. I don't touch my computer when I'm...
It does have a very hot actor in the lead now, which is... They haven't really done this in a Marvel movie yet. Start a new franchise with a guy who is well-established and, hot at the time, too.
Right. He's definitely...
Yeah.
Top of mind. People know who he is.
I mean, I guess Paul Rudd kind of was like that, but
No,
people
he
didn't
wasn't.
take him seriously.
Definitely not on the level of Cumberbatch.
Yeah, no, Cumberbatch was a bigger name. You're right. This is like a first that they've done that. So you're right. They did cash in on a name for this. I mean, I was more excited to see it.
They have Rachel McAdams in the movie for
Yeah.
no real reason.
Yeah. Wow.
She does absolutely nothing. Serves no purpose in this movie.
Well, that served no purpose. I mean, it's not like
Say
like,
that.
would you rather just have some nameless character there? Like get a character there.
I always thought during the movie when I saw her sequences, I thought easy tie-in with Netflix right here. Easy tie-in. You know what I'm talking about? It's in New York.
Sure.
It's
Rosario.
Yeah, but
Rosario Dawson should have been in the Dawson's.
Rosario Dawson's Creek.
The Dawson lives. Anyways, no, Rosario Dawson should have been in this movie, but unfortunately, they exist in a different universe.
Yeah, it's not a shared universe.
Yeah.
Hashtag all connected though.
No, I mean, no, this movie did well, but is it really like that surprising? There's no competition. You have Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes. All I'm saying is that
okay. So regardless of what we thought of the opening box office, this movie was a good movie.
yes. Let's get into that real quick. So I thought it was very good. I gave it an 8 out of 10 for those wondering. Keeping the spoiler free entirely, but I thought that the acting was excellent. The visuals were like Inception style and even more impressive than Inception. Right?
I think Inception had it was just it was beyond its time, I guess, or it's ahead of its time, I guess you could say, where it was the first thing that kind of did that. And even X-Men totally changed what they were doing because they were like, we can't even compete with this, so we're not giving it a try. So I think that really opened the floodgates for that type of imagery, but then nothing happened after that. And this is the first thing that's really come along that's kind of used that imagery, and I think, in my opinion, did it just as well, if not better.
Yeah, I was very impressed. I'm very happy we went and saw this in IMAX. 3D wise, I mean, it did have a lot of particles. They love their particles, 3Ds, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to have those. I
And it did have
thought
a
that
lot.
was cool, the whole buzzsaw type of sparks flying around.
Yeah.
You got to do this, man, and
Yeah.
then do that.
That's right. That really played 3D very well, which, as a feature that's not very popular anymore. Well, it wasn't ever really popular to begin with, but it was cool to see that mixed.
I mean, you
into it.
can probably name on one hand how many 3D movies you should see in 3D. Like,
Yeah.
there aren't many. And
but-
this definitely is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, like Mike, you said last year, Star Wars, when we went and saw that in IMAX 3D, that had a good presentation
Yeah.
for it.
That was
so
the
there are a
first
few.
one in a while.
Yeah, there are a few, but it's very rare, and as we've seen with the home transition, it doesn't work in the home as well because now these TVs are coming out with no 3D built in. So, but anyways, that's a different topic altogether. Let's stay on Doctor Strange. Mike, what did you think?
I liked it. I liked how they scienced up the magic a bit.
Yeah.
Because better than I think Shield has done so far.
Well, because Shield hasn't done anything with the magic, really. They just said, hey, there's magic now.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. So yeah, I did like that. I like the origin. I'm sort of confused by some of the passages of time that happen in this movie. They didn't really. A character totally turns around for dubious reasons, as far as I can tell, but that's beside the point. But no, I liked it. I would probably give it an 8 too. The only thing about the visuals, especially like the sort of kaleidoscopic like buildings and stuff, is like I'm not too sure why any character did that. Like, I don't see the purpose of it other than to just look cool.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it was fun. It's a trippy movie in a lot of scenes.
Yeah.
But I would probably give it an 8 too. It was a little better than I expected.
Yeah. Corey?
Yeah, I think I'd go a little bit higher, 8.5 maybe. I do really like the mystical aspect that they brought into this, and the fight choreography. I can't even say the word right now.
Choreographer.
Choreography. Well, no, I
It's
think
a
the
person.
choreography was really good.
Oh, I
Within the
thought you were trying to say the fight choreographer did a good job. That's what I thought you were saying.
No, the fight choreography was really well done. I don't I don't know who the choreographer, if there's one or multiples, but I thought it was really well done considering the fact that they are doing the whole kaleidoscope world stuff and changing gravity and things like that. And
you almost had to shoot it like one of the Asian martial arts flicks.
Mm-hmm.
I did
and
like that there was
too. And
I was
for all the shit that the movie's getting for whitewashing and things like that, I thought all the actors played their roles fine.
Yeah.
But I did like that there was more physical action. I was surprised because I just thought it would kind of be like, let's shoot magic lasers at each other, and that would have.
I really had no idea there would be that much hand-to-hand combat with it.
So I was.
Exactly, and that actually got me more excited for Iron Fist. But they have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So that's why I got you more excited for.
They'll never meet each other.
Yeah,
I just think that that you can having the mystical aspect with the magic or with the martial arts is a cool mix. And like I said, that's what I was like. Wow, they could really put those two things together well for Iron Fist, like they did here. I think that show could really be amazing. But for Doctor Strange, it was a good entry into the character. They really portrayed his. I think for how short it was, they did a good job portraying how he is this kind of arrogant guy, but not go too far where it's like you can't bring him back.
You don't like the character.
It reminded me a little bit of the original Thor, to be honest. Like he's a total douchebag in the beginning, and then after a while, he's like, "Oh, now I am the best guy." And I mean, I guess that's a journey. I'm not sure I saw every step of the journey as much as I would like to for such a big change, but. Is all right.
I thought that was
good. I mean, it's hard not to spoil certain things, but it definitely was cool, and I thought that the movie as a whole fits well with the universe that they're building, and it's a good entry into that whole bringing in the mysticism into this universe. It felt like it belonged. It didn't seem out of place. Let's
run down the rest here. Trolls at 2, Hacksaw at 3, Bua Medea Halloween at 4, and Inferno at 5. That's the rest of your box office. Staying with Marvel, though, let's just stay with the Marvel universe. Let's switch to Netflix. We have news that the Defenders basically they're casting like all of their series characters. Like, how big is this show going to be? The Defenders.
This is Netflix Avengers.
Yeah, I mean now they have Elektra in there. She just joined the cast.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that everybody will have at least an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
I mean, she should probably not be there logically, but.
Well, Stick's going to show up, maybe. Oh, Stick's not going to show up, but I don't know.
Stick should show up.
I'm saying he could, but I don't think.
He narrated the teaser for Defenders. I'd be surprised if he wasn't there.
If he's there, then it makes sense for Elektra to be there. And I think you can have a cameo for Kingpin too. I mean, why not? Just show him in jail or something. Like, it makes sense to have everybody just pop in.
Yep.
And it's good that it's 8 episodes, like not just one movie that's overstuffed.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see though. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how the pacing goes for this too.
I think it should be good because something like can actually happen with these characters in each episode, and they don't need to worry about adding 6 more episodes that they don't really plan for. Like it seems like some of the
if they have a concise story and they know how long it's going to take them, just build that season that long. Like don't add episodes just so you can have a 13 episode season.
But it's still enough, I think, to fit all these characters as well. Think about
plus with Netflix,
pretty much 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're at usually 55, 54 minutes instead of like the 45 minutes you normally get.
It's funny because these shows range anywhere from 44 to about a full hour. They just do whatever in that window. The Netflix shows.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm looking forward to that because we will get a more in-depth story that we couldn't get with the Avengers. It could be interesting to see how this pulls out.
As usual, I'm looking more forward to that than anything in the actual cinematic universe from Marvel.
Yeah. All right. Let's move to other universes. I was going to say not DC, but we have DC news. But we'll get to that in a second because that's awesome news. Dumbledore has been now confirmed for Fantastic Beasts 2. That's a pretty big character to confirm for a movie, I think. So I thought we'd throw that into this.
Yeah, and Johnny Depp's been cast for the sequel.
Yes. Well, that is the sequel, Fantastical Beasts 2. So
Yeah, for the sequel to this one that's coming out. So, like, a lot of people are speculating he's going to be Grindelwald.
oh, cool. So we'll get a little Dumbledore Grindelwald story here that we never got.
Perhaps, yeah.
Perhaps, yeah.
I mean, that's a speculation.
As Mike, you can't. This is not Mike's world, but
No.
Corey and I can talk about this for a while as we've reread the books numerous times, watched the movies, went and saw them at midnight launches sometimes
I've
too.
watched the first Harry Potter so far.
Yeah, so you don't belong here. So yeah, like this is one of those movies, Fantastical Beasts, that I'm not like psyched, but I have to go see it. You know what I mean? Like,
Does
it's a
it
weird
beat
thing.
Doctor Strange in the box office?
I think so.
It's opening weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a Harry Potter movie. I don't know why. I still think it
but
holds.
it's not.
Harry Potter's not in it.
I know, but I still think
Yeah.
it holds that magic.
I see what you did there.
Doctor Strange held some magic, literally.
It
Yeah.
did. But I don't know. I still think it does. I think it does. I think November could be a huge month for the movies.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it does. It's the marketing definitely tries to get you into the Harry Potter mode, but
Yeah.
they never really say much about it. It's like Harry Potter.
They
And
actually
it's
don't
been
even
a
say.
while
They
since
need that
it
music.
started
Yeah,
out.
they have the music, and that's it. Like, it's tough to really tie it in to Harry
Right.
Potter. It's in a
They
different.
need like the whole like score.
Yeah.
That'll get people.
Yeah.
They can't just have notes of it.
Mhm.
Is that Elfman one or John Williams? I know it's one of them.
Oh, I
The
don't
Harry
know.
Potter score.
Who
I'm
did
pretty
that?
sure it's one of them because it's pretty iconic too.
It's probably
Like I don't know anything
think
about
Williams.
Harry Potter really, but I know it's one of them who did it.
John Williams. You got it.
Williams, there we go.
That's wrong.
So actually, it was done by a couple different people, but John Williams started it, so it's all
Right.
based on his music. So, all right. Last bit of movie news before we get into what we've been up to is the greatest news possibly of the month. Well, of the month. This is awesome, Mike. Have you seen this show?
Yes, you made me watch it, and
It
I
was great.
watched it. I told you guys about it as I watched it.
Yes. Young Justice is returning for season 3. Just confirmed. This is hot off the press. So, wow, guys, I'm psyched.
Finally.
Yes. If there was
Fine.
ever a show that deserved a resurrection, it's this.
hmm
Yeah.
No, I remember watching it and thinking, all right, can't wait for season 3, and we waited.
Now, here's
waited.
here's the
Still
only
waiting.
problem. Here's the only problem. It's been since what, 2011? 2014? When did this go off?
2013, I
2013?
think.
So
Yeah.
it's been since 2013. Last time we've had this, like we were like waiting forever for a show to get back, like Arrested Development, for instance. Didn't quite have that same magic. Like, are you guys afraid of that?
I think that with an animated show, it's a little easier when
Well,
you're not dealing with
are those
As
real
voice
long
actors.
as you
actors?
don't lose, I have an obvious like voice actor change. I also, I don't want them to be afraid because it seemed like in the second season they were afraid a little bit to have like the actual Justice League show up here and then. So, I don't know. I'd like to see
Well,
them a
I
little
mean,
more as well.
It's Young Justice show.
I
though.
know, but they were there. I think a good amount in the first season. They were there and gone like pretty consistently.
Yeah.
In the second season, it just seemed like they were like written out of it on purpose. But I don't know.
I didn't get that feeling, but I mean, I wasn't watching Justice League for that. I wasn't watching Young Justice for them.
No, I wasn't either. So
Uh,
I was good with this. I was good
yeah,
with what we
it
had with the
ended on
characters.
Semi cliffhanger, so it's gonna be nice to finally get some closure. I would
It
say,
did?
kind of.
I remembered it being pretty definitive, the ending. And we even lost one of the main characters.
Did we though? That's what I'm talking about.
That's yeah.
No, he's a,
So
It's time travel in the Flash, man. You don't know what happens with these people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think.
well, I
it's-
guess because I watched it knowing that was like the end. So I'm like, all right, that's it for that.
Yeah, so
Or
listeners and viewers, if you haven't checked this out yet, it's on Netflix, and this is going to be a Netflix show.
Is it though?
We don't know for sure. It doesn't
don't
say
know.
that
Doesn't
for sure.
say.
I kind of hope it is.
I think that if it was, Netflix would have announced it. But
I'd prefer
I
if
don't
it
think
was. Because if it's like, I don't know, just on like
it is
where
the
else
same
would it be?
people, though. It's not like it's going to be different people behind this. It's
Yeah,
the same people.
Same people. They announced it. That's the best part. So I'm psyched, and I really do hope it's Netflix. I really do, because you can watch it 1 and 2 right now on Netflix. It's worth a view. It's definitely a great series. Season 2 is not as strong as season 1 in my opinion, but it's still good.
Yeah, I didn't like it as much either. But
We talked about that, how it
Yeah.
jumps way far ahead. And what would be weird is if they did season 3 and it was like in between 1 and 2. That would be weird.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into what I've been up to, guys. Mike, kick us off. What we watched?
Well, as far as Young Justice goes, it's funny because it kind of made me, thinking about that. I know that Miss Martian, I think, made an appearance on Supergirl a few weeks ago. Basically, I want to watch Supergirl, but season 2, and I started to watch it. I got 20 minutes in, but then there were too many DVR recordings, and I was watching it on demand, obviously, this first episode, and it stopped, and you can't fast forward through it. So I'm like, so now I'm screwed because I don't feel like rewatching the first 20 minutes of that. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am interested in it. It's sort of
I can tell you where to go. If you go to CW.com or thecw.com, you can watch every episode of that show with just some commercials in between, but you can skip ahead and watch the commercials.
And I think some ad blockers actually block some of those ads.
Yeah.
There's some that you can get.
So yeah, you can just go. It's all free on their site. They've done the right thing. It's funny because their sister company CBS won't do this, but CW has no problems. You can watch. I can watch Legends of Tomorrow. I can watch all of this now and catch up. So
yeah, I might do that then.
Yeah.
But the first 20 minutes or so of Supergirl season 2 were fine with me.
Yeah.
Except I still can't stand Ally McBeal. Every time she's on screen,
you
I
don't
just
have to worry about it. She's
don't want to watch that.
leaving the show.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's in this. The actress is in California and won't move.
Oh, she's married to Harrison Ford.
Yeah, so
That's
she was on the show because it was being shot in L.A. and then it moved obviously to Toronto. So now she's not going to be on the show. She'll be on guest appearances. That's it.
Well, whatever. Yeah, so it was fine, but yeah, I didn't get too far. Then I guess we'll go to. Was there Ghost Rider this week or last week?
There's the Origins of Ghost Rider.
Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Agents of Shield. I'm sorry.
The
it's
Origin
really just
of Ghost Rider, which was a great episode.
The Good Samaritan.
The Good Samaritan, great episode.
Yeah. It was funny because as much as I don't care about, I don't particularly like Ghost Rider in this universe, I was still excited to see the real Ghost Rider for a half second.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. Because this guy to me is still not the real Ghost Rider.
Well, here's the thing. He is in the comics now, right? Robbie Reyes is the real Ghost Rider?
I don't know. Who's current with Ghost Rider comics?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I mean,
Yeah.
there's different
But
versions.
I haven't read any Miles Morales, taking a sidestep here, but I heard he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, there's Spider-Gwen. I mean, there's all different types.
So, but keeping this, we really got to try keep this spoiler free, guys. Come on, this is like an episode from last week. So, I mean, it was a half second, so I don't really care that was that's not really a spoiler, but there's future stuff that they could have with this now because they clearly
they may have shown that in the previews, but
yeah, they have options now clearly to have. There can be only 2.
I don't know how it works.
One.
I really don't know. I
think in the Ghost Rider,
they definitely have the rights. Then they wouldn't have had it.
I mean, yeah.
I
don't know.
There's been secrets. There's been little Easter eggs towards a certain character throughout the entire season so far, and then they just kind of threw that in there, and you're like, wow. So this could really happen on the show. We could have a twofer, which would be an amazing twist for them.
You need someone who could deal with him. Because that I said this, I think, on Slack, where he's starting to run into the Superman problem where no one can deal with him in this universe right now.
But anyways, the episode itself.
That happens. No one can deal with him in this universe.
I thought it was awesome. I really liked. I
mean, it's cool to have that, but he'll at some point you're just like, all right, he made it, and a little twist with the storyline as far as the I keep wanting to call it the particle accelerator.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing.
Well, basically is.
A little bit of a twist in that storyline. I'm hoping they just wrap that up soon because I'm getting sick.
I mean, honestly, who didn't see that coming though? I don't know. I think as soon as
apparently his name is he's a character. This character in question is a character in the comics who is not necessarily a good guy. I didn't know that. So
I didn't know that either. So this was a twist for me.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So.
This was a twist for me. But we got to see a nice showdown God, we can't really talk about this without spoilers.
Oh, I know.
There's a great superpowered showdown in the beginning of the episode too, which I liked.
Yeah, I'm getting a little. I don't like the idea that they're going back to like, infighting within Shield again, though.
But it's like you have to create this.
They
turmoil,
did this
like,
with like James Olmos already, and
yeah.
I'm just like, again, they're like, oh, you're breaking rule. I don't want them to go that direction. It looks like they're going a lot of directions, like, and we talked again about like, the relationship drama as well. I thought they were getting away from stuff like that like earlier, and now it looks like, oh no, they're not.
Listen, now at this point, Corey, do you have much to add here? Because we have to transition real quick to, if you're talking relationship drama, let's fucking talk about Arrow. But it's ridiculous, that show.
I thought that was a great episode. And again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've been saying this all along. It's been the best superhero show on TV.
It's been very good. Supergirl's very good, though. I'm telling you, Supergirl. I really like Supergirl. But Arrow, which was a actually good episode until...
Arrow's actually been okay.
Yeah,
then there's
until they brought back the most hated conflict in the show.
Well, hopefully that's the end of it. Although this other guy is clearly...
He's clearly being set up to fail.
Yeah, I know. He looks like such a loser, too. But I don't even care anymore about, like, that. As long as they keep them apart and, like, whatever. They spent, like, a minute on that, which I'm fine with. Like, just forget it.
Yeah. So, but the rest of the episode has been. This season's actually been very good for Arrow. I have to say, I really like it.
It's been pretty strong.
Yeah.
There is a new mysterious person.
Like, has it been very strong, or is it that it's been so weak that this is actually strong? We
didn't mention the other news with Arrow with the new character.
Stronger than it has been.
New character. Talia. Talia al Ghul is going to be joining the cast.
They're going full Talia now. I guess
that's fantastic. Thank you, DC. Stop giving us the broadcast versions of villains or whatever she is. I'm happy for this.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I don't know who, because Raish, the original Raish, has been gone for a little while now, so it'll be interesting to see how they introduce her now. But yeah, Arrow's all right. I mean, he's being a little. I felt like I really missed something with this human target dude. Because, like, I don't know anything about him, and they didn't explain. It's funny because when they had Constantine on, they went out of their way to explain him pretty well. This guy is from a show that was canceled 5 years ago. I mean, it's a DC character as well, but really an obscure one. He was on some show 5 years ago that lasted 2 seasons and got canceled. This is a new actor. It's actually the guy who was Simpson in Jessica Jones, he doesn't look the same at all, which is weird. But he's got what seems like abilities, and none of it is explained at all. He just shows up.
I thought I missed it because I was watching it when I was working. I promise. But I thought maybe I just missed it because I was talking to somebody and I'm like, wait, what? Where did this guy come from? So
he just comes out of nowhere. So Diggle knew it. Diggle says he knows a guy, and that's it.
But then it happens to just be the same guy. You know what I mean? Like the tie-in just didn't make sense either.
No, I was very confused by that. I mean, it was kind of cool, I guess, but I'm surprised that they were willing to like just throw this guy in there without explaining him at all.
But I'm almost ready to say, Corey, that you can probably watch these episodes and actually enjoy them. I'm almost ready to say that again. I've actually liked Arrow quite a bit this season.
The thing that this team, I still don't really like his team, and their version of Artemis is completely useless.
She's had the worst point in the show. She really does.
She has absolutely no purpose in the show whatsoever.
Because she was,
I know,
like my favorite character.
She's being wasted. She's being wasted.
I know you liked her too, Mike.
Yeah. She was a character in Young Justice. She is literally just there in this show.
Yeah.
She's done nothing.
No personality either. Like, just nothing. So, but, all right.
I think we're getting the real version.
The fighting styles of these new characters are different enough where it's not the same, like, Power Rangers effect that they had before. So it's not too bad. I mean, lots of guns are being used. It's different, but we'll see. I mean, it's not good.
No, it's not. The season has been good. I think I rate it as good. I'd
rate it as okay.
I'm not sure if it's because I was.
Is it is better than Flash right now?
Yeah, I would say so.
Not quite as dumb as Flash.
I would say.
really dumb, and we'll go to Flash now.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving. We don't need to give everybody the synopsis entirely, but
was this? Oh, this is they find out that the shopping in the multiverse is stupid for
Shopping?
Wells's.
they
Yeah,
brought
they went
Wells
shopping.
in. Yeah.
They went shopping for Wells's. It was completely ridiculous. I mean, this is 2 weeks ago, and this is what I was saying. Like, they were so worried about opening breaches, and now they're just like, "Oh, let's get a new Wells," just for the hell of
he
it.
got to deal with like a creature from Cloverfield.
Yeah, that's right. There was a big fake monster. Oops,
Yeah.
spoiler.
So I don't know. It's just like I don't know. It was an okay episode. It just hasn't been as good. The Arrow's actually been stronger than that this year so far. If you
It
take
is
the
funny
episodes.
how now like Iris has become the most like logical character on the show.
I
at this
legitimately like Iris now, and I hated her, and I think
Yeah.
she's been a good character now.
And I don't know what they're trying to do with this new British
The-
guy. I'm sure there'll be something interesting with him in the future,
Yeah,
but
that's Draco Malfoy. Draco Malfoy's been very good too, but that's the same actor. He's been very good.
I
But
thought that was him in the Logan trailer at first. I was like, is that Draco Malfoy?
the Flashpoint Iris has been awesome.
yeah,
So-
she's
She's been
She's
so
been
much
better.
better.
What about
so much
DC?
better.
oh yeah,
Legends of Tomorrow.
This was mostly about Frost, but
Yeah, and this had Killer.
that's all right. Yeah,
Killer Frost.
we'll see what happens with it. So there is some good things going on with Flash. I take some of that back, but
Yeah. Yep.
the Wells stuff is
Anything
so
worth
just
talking
silly.
about in the Legends?
Legends. No, they tried to tackle racism. It was awkward. Racism and zombies.
That goes.
Civil War zombies and stuff happened. I mean, it's a silly show. Like it's like campy, cheesy, but they have good action, and it's just you really got to take everything like very not seriously when watching that show, and it's fun, but it's dumb.
Fun but dumb. All right. Anything else?
That's it. I think. Oh, Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, The Walking Dead had a good. Not a good episode. This was an okay episode. The entire season, it looks like they're going with like per episode features again, like per character.
I think they're just putting off the big group reaction, which we're going to probably get next week to what happened in the premiere.
Yeah.
It seems like we're getting that next week. You have again like
This was
I'm
a
gonna be-
Daryl episode.
yeah, this was a Daryl episode who obviously is not in the comics. What as someone who's read it in the comics, past where they are by a little bit now. They're catching up pretty soon, but by a bit. I honestly think it hurts my appreciation of the show because they are following things pretty closely at this point, and I'm not surprised. Or I'm comparing comic Negan to Jeffrey Dean Morgan Negan, and he's not quite as good as the comic Negan.
I don't think he's that bad. I hear
He
that.
can't quite say everything. He says he's like really foul mouthed in the comic, and like I hope he says a line like in this next episode that he said in the comic. It's vulgar, but it's not like
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
it's he has a vulgar line, but it's not like he doesn't say any of the magic words you can't say on TV. So I'm curious to see if they go that route because he says something pretty nasty to Rick, and it's just funny. I liked this episode though; it was pretty solid. I have some insight into the character of Dwight as well from the comic, which I won't go into too much, but I'm not sure they're going to go the same route in this because Daryl exists because Dwight is sort of loosely based on
That's what I hear. Like
Daryl.
they're very close characters. So
because at this point in the comic the show had been on for like a year or two when they got here, so there's some sort of mixing in influences. It's pretty weird. So yeah, it's pretty strange to see like Daryl and Dwight kind of like mirroring each other in a way, but this was a good character episode, I thought, and Negan was fine. I mean, not too much happened, but and that they're doing the slow burn again, which is fine. But so it's not an exciting episode per se, but I think a good character episode.
all right, Corey, what have you been up to watching?
Well, I'm back. Let's see. Watch Westworld. That's still probably
I heard
one
this
of the
episode was
better.
a little bit funny.
Yeah, I heard it went off the rails a little bit.
Well, wait. Last night's episode, as in like
okay.
Sunday.
No, last
I
night.
don't know. I haven't
I
watched this at all, but I heard that some people complaining that like logic stopped working or something.
Yeah, last episode was kind of That was last night's episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually a day behind, but since we podcast, I don't get to watch this live or anything, so I haven't seen that one yet. But I saw was episode 5. Yeah, and it was, like I said, it's been one of the better shows I've been watching. Definitely one that I look forward to. And it's a weird show because you watch it and you're like, I'm not sure. But then as the episode goes on, you're like, oh my god, I gotta see what's happening, what's going on, and it's been very good, and I recommend it. And then I watched this anime because I've seen it. Like anytime I'm looking for something new to watch, I always see it pop up all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I never wanted to watch this anime because it sounded as stupid as hell. It's a magical girl anime. It's called Madoka, I think. Madoka. And so I watched it, didn't know anything about it. And I think if you're going to watch that, you probably don't want to know anything about it.
Huh. All right. Is it worth watching, though?
I'd say it's worth watching. It's only 12 or something episodes, so it's not long. And it's definitely... I thought that it was really stupid at first, of course, because it's like... But I always see it pop up every time I'm looking for an anime to watch. And it's like, you know what? It's 12 episodes. I'm just going to blow through this week. And it only took, a few days to get through. And it's worth watching because it's... Visually, it's very weird. Like... It seems like somebody was on acid when they started drawing it, but I don't want to give away any like plot points or anything like that. But
okay.
It's definitely worth watching. As far as you have to watch the whole thing, though, definitely.
Okay.
Like I said, 12 episodes, not long.
All right. Anything else?
Not much else. I mean, Doctor Strange, obviously, we talked about in the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we'll do a spoiler cast for that because it's a white guy. What did I say? Did that for my...
Yes, I am aware we have not done a Luke Cage spoiler cast.
It's just so racist of us.
No, we can. Okay, listeners.
Yes, we can.
Listeners, do you still want us to put out a Luke Cage spoiler cast? Because it's been a little while now. So I want to know if there's interest. So please write us, podcast@allgeek.net. Write us a message on Twitter at AllYouCanGeek, Facebook as well. I'd like to know if you want us to do a spoiler cast, because we will if there's enough demand. That's
Why
it.
not? Yeah.
So
if you guys want it, you'll get it.
If you ask for it, you shall receive it. For me, I didn't really watch much else than you guys except for Last Man on Earth, which, again, great show. That show has gotten...
Turned it around.
Do you remember how wishy-washy I was on that in the beginning? And it's just gotten so entertaining. It's funny. It's good. You should definitely check it out. They're 30-minute episodes.
I'm not a big Will Forte fan. That's him, right?
Yeah. But he's such a unlikable character that you like him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I'm not a fan of his comedy. Like MacGruber and that kind of thing is just...
No, it works. It works.
All right.
It works.
We'll
it's good. 30-minute episodes. You can watch them.
Yeah,
you can probably get
bite size.
Yeah.
So.
I love how that's bite-sized nowadays, because by the time you're done, it's actually 22 minutes, something like that, with no commercials, and it's quick. So I watched that, and I'm behind on Rebels. I didn't get to watch the Super Commandos episode yet, so I'll catch up on that. And I rewatched the entire Star Wars trilogy. So
nice, all of it, huh?
Yeah, got the whole thing. Got the whole thing watched. Well, the first 3.
And what you think?
4, 5, and 6. So. Yeah. For rewatching it myself. What's that?
You're not doing Machete then?
No, there was a point where I was. So I'm watching these with my girlfriend, and I'm trying to figure out if we want to watch these Machete style or watch them traditionally. And as I was watching A New Hope and Empire, you really can't watch it Machete style for your first experience. You've got to continue that story and finish it.
That's the whole point of Machete, is to watch it in that way for your first experience.
No, I don't think it would work though. I was thinking ahead. I'm like, it just doesn't work. Like,
you got to read the article on explaining why it works. It makes so much sense.
I know why. I know why it would, because it makes like a flashback. But at that point in time, like, she was waiting to watch what happened to see with Luke and Han and Leia, and they're not in the prequels. So it's. Mm-hmm. I decided let's just watch Jedi.
Because it's not a story about them. It's a story about Darth Vader.
Well, not yet. It is a story about Luke. It is a story about them without the prequels.
Well, no, I'm saying, but it's not the We'll see. I want to meet somebody who's seen it for the first time, Machete Style, because I want to see if it makes those first ones better. That's what I wanted. I'm not doing this for you, Jim. I'm doing it for me.
You should have told me, and I would have done it. I would have done it for this study if you had told me that's what you wanted.
You know what I'm encountering a lot on the internet, though? We have these younger kids, like, born around, like, the late 90s or 2000 who actually think we're all, like, old hipsters for saying the old movies were better. They're like, these first three were fine. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're old.
It's gonna be interesting. I want to get her reactions on the first three. I was gonna just watch 7.
So now you're gonna do those in order?
I was gonna just watch 7 next and then go back to those, but I guess we'll do 1, 2, and 3.
So now you're gonna do it in release order.
Yeah.
I would have probably just tried to see it in like actual chronological order to see if it makes sense. Because I don't know if they do.
But then the
because
reveals,
such, like, plot holes.
But then like the reveals of 4, 5, and 6, like the stuff that happens. Not the father thing, Darth Vader father thing, but the other reveals.
That's the only thing.
No, there's like more impact, I think, with like Obi-Wan and Yoda and all that stuff, like that training, and that's all been planned, and so like it makes them more impactful to have them watched, I think, in release order. So.
Well, that doesn't make more sense, actually.
No, it does. To me.
No. Well, yeah, because that's how you watched it originally. But if you don't know going in, it's confusing as shit. Like, why did these ghosts show up and what's happening here? But if you explain, okay, Ben's here because the freaking thing. Like, it makes sense if you watch it in order of its chronological order.
I've only watched one extra movie out of Machete, so if I just do 2 and 3 now.
Well, no, it's ruined though.
Why?
You can't do it because there's a specific order for
why?
a reason.
Wait, but
it's not the same.
But what prevents me from just showing 2 and 3 now as a flashback?
Because there's a specific order that's supposed to be, and I can't remember the exact wording of the article.
So it was
there. There's a specific reason.
They wanted you to do 1 and 2, and then 2
you do
and
4,
3, and then
you do 4
Jedi.
and 5. I've watched it Machete style when I rewatched it earlier this year.
I said 1 and 2. I meant 4 and 5.
5, 2, 3, and then 5 and 6.
Yeah, the reason is so you have the reveal matter in Empire.
Yeah, because
like
you get Anakin's story as to how he became his father, the father, and there was a big question from her about that in this, like what happened? Is that true? Like there was some questions. I'm like, we're gonna watch the prequels, and that's Anakin's story, so we'll get that.
I guess. I mean, the idea is the only thing is you don't really have Jedi being the conclusion then. Like the idea is like you can come back to it, and that's the ending, really, even though
It's not, though, now that there's 7.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's another time.
Yeah, but I would like to... We're going to watch 1, because you might as well watch it. It has nothing to do with the stories, but you might as well watch it. Then 2 and 3...
It's the beginning. It's where Anakin came from.
So, and then 7... I'm psyched to watch 7 again, because I haven't actually watched it in a long time. And I love that movie. So, people hate that movie. That pisses me off.
It's because it's derivative.
It's the same movie. I get it. But as long as the next one's different than Empire, I'm gonna be fine.
Which version of Anakin Ghost did you guys get?
That was the worst part. She was like, "Why is Hayden Christensen at the end of this movie?" And I said, "Oh, yeah." I'm like, I forgot that happened. I'm like,
wait, how does
that is the reason. That is the reason you don't watch that one.
How does anyone even know who he is if they haven't seen the prequels?
No, because she knows Hayden Christensen.
One reason. That is the entire reason you don't watch 6.
No, because he's been in other things.
Yeah, but that's the reason you don't watch 6, because it ruins what that significance.
What else has he been in?
Yeah, but she knew. So she asked why, and I'm like, he's in there because George Lucas is an idiot. That's pretty much what I said.
I just wish I really just wish he was older. Like if they let him be like how old he is like now, maybe.
I just looked up the reason, by the way, and that was actually the reason. The specific one shot reason why you don't watch.
Oh, that's the reason. That one shot.
That is the reason, because it ruins because you have no idea why that guy's showing up. Like, what does that mean? Because you don't see him at all in the first. When he takes his mask off or anything.
Well, it was still kind of confusing when they had the older actor guy showing up too.
You never really get to see him either.
You saw his face when he takes off his
face doesn't look like that. I think that's a different actor too.
It's not.
No, it's not.
No,
it's the same one.
That was the same guy.
It's Sebastian Shaw.
They had the same
Isn't
guy.
that the guy's name? Sebastian Shaw, I think his name is that.
They really had the same guy be like the wrinkled old like guy under the mask, and the guy who's all like Jedi regalia ghost.
Anyway,
in Return of the Jedi, is that true?
It is Sebastian Shaw is his name.
well, he was cleaned up. He looked like an actual.
Yeah, it could have been anybody.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're right. That one sequence, you're right. But I didn't make the bad call. I made the right call because as a fan of the series, she watched the better ones. I just watched it machete style, and it doesn't make them any more enjoyable, really.
Well, because you've already seen them, Jim. It's not science. You're tainted. You've tainted the experiment with your viewing.
All right, let's wrap this episode up. Anyways, listeners and viewers, thank you for joining us for Moviecast 317. Tune into the Gamescast. We got a shit ton to go through. We got to get going. Anyways, thanks for listening, watching. Tune in next week. Tune in the next episode. Let us know about the Luke Cage. Interest. If you want that, we'll do it. Ask us for it. podcast@allycangeek.net. Write us right there. Email. It's an email. You type things out, you hit the send button, and we get it, and we read them, and we respond, and it's good stuff. So yeah. Tune in next week. Thanks a lot, guys.